Hi, good morning to all of you. How do you really have your fine minutes to be spending? I think all of you are very busy with the schedule of your time that you have planned according to the way or the map of the design progress of your attitude and aptitude and your job plan. Everything will be definitely successful with the blessings of the Lord. Let me just speak with you today about the evolution of literature and the study of literature, the science of literature, and what are all the benefits of reading literature. Literature, first of all, let me define what is literature. Literature is a finest analysis of the reflection of the mirrors of personalities lived in their chronological areas. How have they printed their possible achievements of their presentations in being the spectators, in being the novelists and the poets, and also the special great writers to prove their descriptive presentations on different areas always could be there in the form of fiction, non-fiction, manuscripts, theses, and also the bundled informations of all their special articles and analysis and thesis. If you give your specific time of reading all those, you could watch how did they famously printed their achievements with their beautiful writing of presentations, and how their written English has been so superficially analyzed the areas of their special fields to be specifically observed. And literature adds too many sections of the interesting analysis in it, with a special section of the poetry. Poetry is a special keen involvement of the writer's interesting science of predicting his beautiful artistical written form of the manuscript. At there you can view the beauty of the poem, the delighted experience of the writer, and how do you really fly in the sky with an able reading of the beautiful presentation of his art of asceticism. The prosaic writing may not give you that much kindling effort of involving yourself with an interesting intention to read it sometimes. But the shortest poem can tell you more informations about the universal ideas too. Let it be the 14 lines of 12 lines or the 6 lines or whatsoever may be the shorter script of the writing. Does it have the lyrical phrases or the figure of expression? Does it have? But the writer would arrive to say the keen, effective idea of his intention to be presented with within the crispy point of his presentation. That crispy point of presentation as its rhyme scheme to enjoy our mood, to make that to be enjoyed with our little bit of song of all the rhythms of a positive involvement of asceticism to go beyond the sky to involve its essence of success. The novels of plenty and also Shakespearean drama, who is the father of literature, has presented more and more fabrications of his intentional imagination of the portraits of characters that are tragedy and comedy, and its types could be enjoyed with its series of sectionizing all the intentions of it to read with your keen interest. And more writers have presented the beautiful whims and fancies of the world and also the analysis of their observation in the field of tragedy and comedy, and also the things that had happened in their lifetime. All these stories and Even the stories for children can really mend their mind to improve their reading habitations as well as listening and writing habitations to frame the fundamental ideas to be highly developed for the basic descriptivity to be learned in every language with the more contributions of the keen involvement of many more writers who have presented their poems, dramas, and novels and short stories. And the non fictional writings also sometimes can attach you to know about every part of its presentation with its keen areas of analysis, to know about many fields of its presentation with its universal intention of what do they arrive to say. So, the origination of its beautiful form of the sensible writing in an order with a very good very good order of the sensible writing can impress any one of us to be the fans of all those epics and episodes to be still watched by us. Interesting way of presentation, everything of the life science of evolution is only literature. The reflection of all the great people's written fiction and non fictional contributions could really turn your mind from everyday's burdened work pressure to make yourself involved to feel the world of fantasy and the beautiful sensible imagination of you of the greatest writers can picturize the wonders of more and more descriptivity in your mentality to grow as a writer in future. So only to give you a mind to be seen for the very tough subjects only can englow the science of attaching yourself as a bookworm to the concerned subject, and extra talents of the network really should be developed in your mind to describe any project, express a view of a language, and to give the special salient features of any particular topic, or the summative analysis of every description has to be presented. And even for presenting and conferring your opinion in a conference should need the thorough and voracious reading of many more sections of the contributors to be widely read. Then alone, apart from the recitational reading, you will have analysis of beautifully printing your own contributions to be written in the field of writing, because reading maketh the full man, conference a ready man, but writing only an exact man. Even Mahatma Gandhi ji has stated, only if the person has an ability of the correct progress of presenting his ideas in a written language, his perfection of reading could be analyzed. So, you please have to stand in the platforms of listening, reading, speaking, and writing. For it, you should definitely grow the habitations of reading. That's what in too many children's houses today, the modern literature stories and also the cartoon pictures of the pictographs have been presented for making the children to be very much possibly preparable for the picture composition or the picture comprehension. The composed expression in a written piece of your own analysis can alone be comprehended to be developed in the art of composition in every school or a curriculum as to develop your involvement in the field of writing. Only to just to copy the information or to recite the information cannot measure the intelligible attitude of your originality. Your intelligence can only be coincided with your special expression of creativity. Your reading and writing, listening, everything can be measured only with the progress of your reading. So, if you grow many more words in your mind, and sensibly you can arrange those in an order to be presented for any poem or the prosaic writing, or for an epic, or for even presenting an episode, or even a fiction or a non-fiction, or even manuscript, or even to present a thesis or a hypothetical statement. The written words in English can be possibly helping you to present yourself in a media of your sociable presentation, so that you please improve your hobby of reading many books in literature with whatsoever language you are being involved, especially listening the particular formats of the special interesting narration, and also the descriptive point of any interesting events. If you keep on listening to the comprehension, it will keenly involve yourself to collect more words in English to be registered in your mind, and you can write those also in terms of extended parameters to be sensibly presented, because that graph is alone a paragraph which will definitely give you more interested informations in future to evaluate your written science of writing a particular graph to be a ready writer. Nowadays, the ready writers so very much needed in every field. The ready speakers so more reader needed. And even for the highest seek of your employability, and even for reaching the peakest point of your business, you need the conferential presentations of conferring your art in English. So please improve your lingual development in reading the science of literature. It is not only helping you to improve listening, speaking, reading, and writing habitations, but also it gives you the most amazing factors of the moral science to be developed in you with their art of beautiful presentations in their narration. So don't avoid the descriptive reading. Only the optional choices of writing the answers alone can't be possibly developing your originality or intelligibility. Your intellectual science has to be proved for a special conference of any meet with your lingual attitude of ready ideas to be specially presented in the dais. So please evaluate yourself and your development of an attitude to just pour your minutes for the field of literature is very much interesting to keep you as a special person of philologist, and also the beautiful science of the ethics of literature can really turn the art of the science in you to give you more interesting fields of the green events of all the past memories of the loveliest ventures of the great men to be read. So, the reflection of the mirrors of the great personalities to be read by you in your life science, as the pages of orators, the pages of novelists, the pages of the public speaking presentations, the pages of more and more interesting events, the pages of narration, and the pages of the very good informations happened in the past of the history of literature should be read by you in your lifetime. Then alone you may definitely discriminate yourself from the field of your normal reading to evaluate yourself as a voracious reader in literature. So please always give much importance for the field of literature to prove your aesthetic science of knowledge and your networking descriptivity to be improved, because you always should feel communicative English is very much important. Communicate in any language is so significant. So spare your time for reading the beautiful pages of the aesthetical pictures, pictography of literature. Thank you for attending this session.